Hi, I'm Dr. Francesca Zampollo, and I receive many emails asking me for suggestions on how to start a career as a food designer. So I thought I'd summarize my answers in one place and make this video. Here is how to become a food designer. Okay, so in order to become a food designer, like any other profession probably, you need two things: knowledge and practice. Let's start from knowledge. Since you want to become a food designer, you might be one of four types of people. You're either someone just completely fascinated with this discipline and who has a passion for cooking, or you're somebody with a background in a food-related discipline like culinary arts, food science, food technology, maybe hospitality, but who knows nothing about design. Or you are somebody with a design background, maybe with a degree in product design or industrial design, maybe architecture, but who knows nothing about food. Or you're someone who has just graduated or is about to graduate from one of the very few degrees in food design available right now, but who needs the push just to get out there and start being a food designer. Am I right? Do you recognize yourself in one of these four types of peoples? Awesome. Now, knowledge. If you know about food but not about design, I recommend getting a degree or a diploma or a short course in design. You must learn about the basics of design to be a food designer. If you don't understand and practice design, then you're not a food designer. You're just a food design aficionado who has fun with it. And there's nothing wrong with it, really. It's just that you won't have the tools to create innovative solutions with consistency. And I'll say it again, with consistency. So I recommend to learn about design, to which you will combine the food knowledge you already have and you are ready to go. Similarly, if you know about design but you don't know anything about food, then I would recommend acquiring the knowledge about food. A culinary arts degree, a food science master, a course on baking, depending on your budget, your time availability, and maybe your niche. Let's say you have already identified homemade bread like your passion and the context in which you want to operate. Great! Become a master at making bread. You will then be able to apply to bread making the design knowledge you already have, and you're ready to go. If you are someone who is simply passionate about food, but until yesterday was an accountant, a teacher, a dog sitter, or whatever, then you do need to acquire your knowledge on food and design. Again, depending on your resources, time and budget and previous education, you might want to consider a bachelor degree, a master degree, a diploma, a short course, whatever suit. But you should become familiar with all the aspects around food and understand design and acquire design tools. To all of you who can't or don't want to invest 2 or 3 years of your time and thousands of dollars on higher education, I suggest to having a look at my online school of food design, where you find online courses on the two hubs of food design, food and design. Depending on what you need, you can get one, the other, or both. Follow the link here to have a look. Okay, now you have your knowledge, you understand food, you understand design, and you have a vision for how to bring them together. It's time to get some practice. To all of you, the first thing that I suggest, and you're probably not gonna like this, is to go and work for free for a little bit and learn how things are done from the inside. Go and knock on restaurants and companies' door and learn from what other people do. Learn what they do well and learn what you would do differently. I suggest doing short periods in various different places, not like 1 year in one place. Hey, you don't get paid. Yes, you have to learn, but let's be clever with our time. Looking for ideas on where to have an internship? You can start from the International Food Design Society's website, where you have a big list of food design practitioners. And then use Google. Look for restaurants, companies, design studios, catering companies, whatever triggers your fascination. This is a valuable step because the things that you will learn during an internship, more than one is better, are invaluable and you will benefit from it. When I did my first internship in a chocolate company, not only I designed a chocolate snack which is still in production, but I learned about working with other people. I learned what was my role in the company and how to relate myself to everybody else. I was one of the gear wheels in the complex system of a company. invaluable learning. And this applies to whether you want to be a chef, food designer, somebody who consciously applies a design process to cooking, or a food product designer or a knitting designer. While you do this, start creating your own portfolio. In your free time, keep designing. Design dishes or products, perfect them, reflect on them, take pictures, and collect everything on a website or a blog where you show how great of a food designer you are. Create your own design briefs or participate to design competitions. Never stop designing and collect everything in your website. This will be your business card for when you apply to your next place. But also, this is your space for you to be you, to show your skills, but also to find your own identity as a food designer. Maybe you haven't figured out whether you want to be a knitting designer, a food product designer, or a critical food designer, for example. If this is the first time you hear about critical food design, have a look at the video up here. So you need to explore all of these and figure it out. Or let's say you know exactly that you want to be a knitting designer, but you might find out that you want to specialize on children parties or on Star Wars themed parties. I don't know. What I'm saying is that if you give yourself time to explore, you will find out a lot of things about yourself and the industry in which you want to operate. Now, for food product designers and chefs, and when I say chefs, I mean chef food designers, always keep an eye open for competitions and apply everywhere. This was my own strategy and it paid out, because even if you don't win, first of all, you have another project for your portfolio, and secondly, often non-winning projects are also featured somewhere, in an exhibition or online, all things that enrich your CV, and that might attract attention to you and to your portfolio. And to those of you who want to be chefs, eating designers, or critical food designers who concentrate on events, then I suggest the sharing economy. There is a way for you to start practicing your skills at home tomorrow. And that is called visit.com, eatwith.com, etc. There are links to these websites and more links in the description below. These websites allow you to open your restaurant at home and have paying guests who are looking for a more authentic experience based on home cooking and connecting with people. Awesome! Go for it! Get people to talk about you in social media, and this somehow will attract attention to you and to your portfolio. In conclusion, remember that knowledge and practice are not two separate things. You will have the chance to do practice while pursuing knowledge and to acquire knowledge while doing practice. They go hand in hand. So, if you want to become a food designer, understand food and design, send emails to anyone to work for free and learn, and never stop designing on your own. Work on your portfolio. All this experience will allow you to accumulate knowledge and practice, and with time, I assure you, things will happen. Someone will call you, you will be asked to design something, and things will start rolling on their own. Don't give up. If you give up, you have 100% certainty that nothing will happen. If you persist, dreams will become reality. I, for one, can't wait to see what you will be doing. So, iFood Design. Do you? If you want to see more of these videos and much more, feel free to click on subscribe. Thank you for watching and happy food design!